Hi Jackie, sorry we had to cancel our lesson today. Here's just a short video of things we would have covered in our lesson today. Hope you're doing okay, and hope this week is a lot warmer. So here's some stuff we would have gone over. So first off would be our shifting. We've been practicing our A shifts. So quick review, that's same finger to same finger, so we should sound like this. Go 2 to 2. And then 3 to 3 and 4 to 4. And then I have B shifts. From 1 to 3. And then I can go 2 to 3, 2 to 4, and then 3 to 4 as well. But I won't do them right now in this video. You can do them on your own. Now, we also had our bow transfer, and so we're just looking for a nice transfer here. I can do this on all my strings. I want to try to slow my bow down just a little bit at the frog and tip to help me make that turnaround change there. Now, we also had kreutzer 2, which we were doing in the upper half and lower half. And I wanted to talk briefly about this, and we'll talk about more in our next lesson. I'll just adjust this just a little bit. So for my détaché, for my bow arm, basically, I have 4 different parts. So I have my shoulder, which includes my upper arm here. I have my elbow, and then I have my wrist, and then my fingers, okay? So 4 different things that move. So my shoulder, I have what's called a ball and socket joint. I can move it around, and as I do this, I don't have to raise my shoulder. My arm can make a rounded motion and go both directions. And so the purpose of this, of our shoulder, is to be an elevator. So as I'm playing, the upper arm is going to help me elevate to my new floors or new string heights, okay? Now my elbow can only move in 2 directions. It only can move out and in. If it starts to move this way, well, the whole arm is moving. But if I only do the elbow motion, it only goes this way. So it's like somebody measuring, and so as I play, it's measuring the distance my hand is from the string. And then my hand, or my wrist, is kind of like the sleepy guy who's sometimes awake and sometimes asleep. And a lot of times he's just really passive. Sometimes he's active, but a lot of times he's passive. He kind of ties our shoulder and elbow motion together and kind of smooths it out. So as I play, he's kind of flexible. And just follows along with everything. And then I have my fingers, which we just call tick-tock, because all they can go is just up and down. I mean, they can go make other movements, but really they're just doing basically this move. It's pretty small. They can make similar movements as far as circle movements like our shoulder can, but it's a whole lot smaller. So they just go tick-tock, 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 like that. So my fingers are where my articulation comes from. So if I want a catch, I'm going to use my fingers. Where my fingers come into play. So I want you to start thinking about that as we go into our détaché, that I'm really going to allow my shoulder here, my ball and socket joint, to really just elevate me to the different floors I need to be at. And then I'm just really opening a lot from my elbow, measuring the distance, and then my hand is pretty passive. are pretty flexible. So we have upper half détaché for Kreutzer, which was this. We're going to try to use our upper half of the bow. And then I have lower half détaché, which comes here. My wrist still is relatively passive. And again, I just change where I'm measuring it. And again, my hand's pretty flexible for this. Now we're going to go over to our perpetual motion. And two things I want to talk about. One thing, as we're going through, what if we changed everything from being 16th notes just to straight up 8th notes? Because you should know I basically played 2 times in a row. So what if I just played them as just straight up 8ths and only played 1? So I'm going to start measure 7, and I have like that. So I'll do it one more time. I'm just playing everything as 8th notes rather than 16th notes. So I have like that, okay? And once it becomes easy, then I can add in the 16th notes. And try to stay as relaxed as I was with just the 8th notes. Now I just play each one twice. And then for the very beginning, a couple things that we can do just to get this very beginning good, which is really hard because I'm starting off the 8th rest, is I can play just in that rest, and I'm going to play 2 extra notes. So I'll try that again. So if I have my metronome on, let me turn it on. This is at 80, and I'm going to go just like that. And so I play it several times just to get really comfortable with that. I can also play, this is 8th notes. Like that. And then I can take out the click. So I'm going to go rest. Something you can do at home is grunt. I know it feels odd, but I grunt as soon as the click happens. I have 1, 2, ready, go, grunt. Like that, just to help me feel what happens on that downbeat. So again, this is just some practice ideas as you practice perpetual motion. Again, slow work is probably your best friend. For this, and then we can start speeding up once it becomes easy. And then also just playing with the metronome can be really helpful. Just make sure we're not changing tempos throughout the song. So I hope you have a wonderful week, Jackie, and look forward to seeing you next week. All right, bye.